This is Music News and Mix, your weekly show.
All right, so we're back for another deep dive. And this time, we're taking a look at the very first episode of Music News and Mix.
Okay.
That's the content you shared with us, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Awesome. Okay, so we got a really cool music news update here from March 26th, 2025. And we're going to take a deep dive into what's happening in the electronic music world.
Sounds good.
Focusing on DJDTime's recent releases and what it tells us about the broader trends that we're seeing.
Absolutely.
So consider this your quick hit of all the need-to-know info.
Exactly. We'll sift through it all and highlight what's interesting, what's significant.
Perfect.
What you should pay attention to.
Yeah, let's jump right in and start with DJDTime.
Okay.
Now, this is a name I think many electronic music fans will recognize.
Yeah, familiar name.
This is someone who's been DJing and producing since he was 12 years old.
Wow.
Which is over 3 decades immersed in EDM, trance, and deep house.
Yeah, that's impressive.
He even founded Guidance Records.
Right.
What does that kind of longevity tell you about an artist?
Well, I mean, I think it signals a very deep understanding of the genre's evolution, you know, and really the foundations of where this music comes from. And the update shows that he's not just resting on his laurels, he's still actively contributing to the scene.
Oh, yeah.
With a recent release and 2 upcoming releases.
Exactly. He just dropped Tech House Volume 3 Summer Heat Edition.
I saw that, yeah.
18 tracks. And it's described as being very dance floor focused, deep bass, heavy grooves.
Nice.
And you can actually find that on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
But what really caught my eye were the 2 upcoming Tech House Volume 4 Summer Heat Editions.
Ooh, 2 of them.
That are coming out soon. 20 tracks this time with titles like The Rhythms Inside You and Circle of Dust. And what's really interesting is they give us all this detail about the specifics of the tracks.
Yeah, they really do. It's almost like a recipe for summer tech house, It's very specific. 126 BPM in F sharp minor. They talk about the deep rolling bass, fast female spoken vocals, groovy percussion, cinematic intros, epic build-ups, synth stabs. I mean, they really give you a sense of what to expect.
It really does set a clear expectation.
Yeah, it does.
You know what you're going to get.
Totally. Does it change how you anticipate a release when they give you that much detail beforehand?
It certainly does, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And then for a totally different vibe, he's also got Ibiza Chill Out Music Summer Mix 2025 Vol 3 coming out as well.
Oh, wow, covering all the bases.
Right, so think of those classic, relaxed, immersive sounds, perfect for beach sunsets or just chilling out,
Yeah, the summer vibes.
And there's a preview for that on YouTube as well.
Nice.
It's a real range, I think, that DJDTime is showing us.
It is. It really highlights, the diverse sonic landscapes that exist within electronic music.
Yeah.
And his ability to really navigate between them.
Absolutely. And, for you as a listener, his music is available on all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and, of course, YouTube, where he seems to be offering some exclusive content.
That's smart.
Yeah. So that's DJDTime. Let's shift gears a little bit
and
talk about the broader electronic music scene and what else stood out to us in this update.
Well, the Tomorrowland 2025 lineup just got announced.
Oh, yeah, that's always big news.
It is. And, you see the headliners like John Summit, Axwell, Martin Garrix. These are kind of the mainstays these days.
Sure.
But then you look at the B2B sets, when 2 artists play together.
Yeah.
And I always think those are really interesting, like Matisse and Sadko with Third Party.
Cool.
And Indima with Solomon.
Yeah.
Those kinds of combinations often create such unique and memorable experiences, you know?
Total.
And then you've got the other, mainstays like Hardwell and Armin van Buuren, who are always a good time.
It's a really good indicator of who's shaping the, festival circuit and really who's popular at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, something else that I thought was really interesting in this update was Spotify's new AI DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you see something like that changing the way that we listen to music?
It's really interesting. I mean, having personalized curation with AI commentary, I think could lead to people discovering music that they might not have otherwise.
Right.
But it also raises some questions about, the role of human tastemakers and what happens when algorithms kind of take over.
Yeah, it could lead to those echo chambers that people talk about.
Absolutely.
Where you're only hearing music that's very similar to what you've already listened to.
Yeah, and are we losing something by not having that human element in the curation process?
Right. It definitely makes you think.
It does.
Calvin Harris's 96-month compilation, looking back at 8 years of his music, including hits like One Kiss. I mean, that's a real reminder of the longevity that some tracks achieve.
Yeah, it's true. It shows how artists evolve over time and how their music continues to connect with audiences.
Yeah.
It's not just about the new stuff.
Right. Absolutely. And finally, Beatport adding Afro House as an official genre that feels significant.
It really signifies the increasing global influence of African-inspired rhythms in electronic music.
Yeah.
And it's really great to see it getting that formal recognition within a major platform like Beatport. It shows a diversification of the genre.
So from DJDTime's diverse upcoming releases to AI DJs and the rise of Afro House, it's clear that the electronic music scene is anything but stagnant.
Yeah, it's constantly evolving, incorporating new sounds, new technologies.
Right on that note, here's something I want you to consider as a listener.
Okay.
With AI increasingly curating our playlists and genre lines continuing to blur, how might your own personal taste in electronic music surprise you in the years to come?
That's a great question.
Something to think about until our next deep dive.
I like it.
All right, thanks for listening.
Do you ever question your beliefs?